Hey everyone, Rorius here, back with Portal Prelude. Now, we saved at this point, we stopped right at the start of the chamber because there was dialogue and music that was playing right from the start as far as we could see. So yeah, we're starting in a little bit of a strange place in this episode, but we're picking up right where we left off. So...
Welcome to the test chamber number 70. The experiment is nearing its conclusion. We are required to remind you that cake will be served at the end of the test.
Cake at the fucking party.
Wow! Who the hell are you? You scared me.
I'm Eric, pleased to meet you too.
And you working here?
Of course I'm working here. Who the fuck do you think I am?
I don't know. Some random guy from the cleaning department, maybe.
Hey, fuck you.
So, Eric and I think it's Peter do not get on along so well. So, as it would turn out, the music actually starts when you enter the chamber. So, before we enter there, we'll listen to these notes. There we go. So, the music you hear at this moment is the 9th track of the Ghosts album from 9 Inch Nails. Oh, cool. I do not know if you've ever listened to it, but this album was one of the first to be distributed freely via the internet. Oh, shit. Didn't know that. The album is composed of 36 instrumental tracks of this type. Most did not properly fit into the Portal universe, except for this one, which I fell very quickly in love at first hearing. I urge you to visit 9 Inch Nails' website, ghost.nin.com, and to encourage them by downloading their work. So this is sort of, for the time, sort of important to the creator at least. Alright, let's listen to the next one as well. Yes, I know you are going to tell me that when an energy ball is ejected from the device, you can see the edges of the mechanism passing through the platform. Unfortunately, these are details I can do nothing about as a simple level designer. I had neither the expertise, nor the tools, nor the time to get into a modification of the 3D model. So yeah, I think that's always been an issue with these energy ball shooters. I actually would not be surprised if this is an issue, an actual issue in the original Portal game. Like, there might actually be instances where that kind of thing happens in original Portal. Alrighty. Oh, what the? Eh? Once again, this looks just like a level in Portal the Flash version. Maybe I'm mixing it up. Maybe I'm mixing up the Flash version with this mod. I don't know if I should quick save it. No, I think I messed it up. We'll just wait for the platform to return. Okay, what's over here? Oh. Oh god. Huh. You can see a node down there, but I'll just look at this first. Ooh. Alright, another node. I hesitated a lot before deciding whether or not I was going to put this kind of room in my adventure. In fact, it is only a few weeks since we learned, via Valve's job opportunities, that it was most likely Cave Johnson, the billionaire of Aperture Science, who could have written these drawings. What? Since my adventure takes place before these events, I must say that I really did not know what to do, and then I decided that my story could very well take place between the first and second portal. For the moment, nothing is preventing me to do it, so I decided to jump on the opportunity. Eh? No, I very much disagree with that line of thought, because I remember these were written on here, the login password. They were written on one of the walls in the first portal, and if you use them on the website, which doesn't exist anymore as far as I recall, you could get some secret behind-the-scenes stuff. But I'm pretty sure that it's not that it's Cave Johnson. I'm certain it's not that it was Cave Johnson. the reason that those are written on the wall is just that Ratman knows Cave Johnson's password. Oh dear. Wonderful. Don't know if this is what I was supposed to do, but this is definitely what I feel like I need to do. Alrighty, let's listen to this node. It seems stupid, but the creation of these holes required some reflection on my part. From an architectural point of view, it's very simple, but from the function point of view, it's much more complicated than it looks. It must allow the balls of energy and the portals, but nothing else. It was therefore necessary to combine many entities to achieve this result. Blocks letting the balls of energy pass through a filter, textures allowing portals to be fired through, but also blocks preventing the player and the turrets to penetrate. Somewhat easy to imagine, but more complicated to do. This is just always the same story. So, yeah, so that is something I was just thinking about myself, because the physics objects don't go through it, and I don't go through it, of course. But I immediately, when I saw that was at the end there, I thought, oh, I've got to get the energy ball going through these holes. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting conundrum. Yeah, so we'll head downstairs. Yeah, so it's just the orange bottle here. It'll go through all the holes. I'm gonna watch it go through the holes. Yeah. Man, it's a long way to that. I'm assuming that activated this hole up here. Or activated a door that opened that hole. So all I'd need to do is get a portal through there, hop down.
Oops. Looks like you need a box here. I will send you one in 3, 2, 1.
I find it interesting that he felt the need to put a couple of places like that where the NPC directly talks to you about dropping a box, sort of thing. Alright, let's have a listen. Between you and me, the system of turning wall came from a gross mistake in level design. Once in the room behind this wall, I realized I had no way of achieving a fling to reach the exit. Luckily, this room was just beside it. Then I imagined the system of a wall that turns around. Not only does it require the player to go back, but more importantly, it requires him to make the journey in a limited time. So a bad thing for a good thing. Right, so something that was bad became good from this exercise. Oh god.
No hard feelings.
So there's another node through there. We'll hold off for a second because we've got one here. Did I knock the turret over by accident?
Searching.
1 second. Nothing special? Nope, no, okay. Let's listen to this one. This camera is not so innocent at all. It allows the player to hear the camera taking down a turret when he creates a portal through this hole in most cases. Not only that it warns about a danger, but it can also prevent him from dying stupidly and prepare him for the 4 turrets of the next room. Well, reading those nodes continuously ruins the puzzles for me. Oh dear. Alrighty, so let's just continue. Alrighty, so listen to what this node has to say. Oh god. Okay. So what do we got? Let's listen to the node from here. Oh. This room needed a lot of tweaking to reach a viable result. If you look carefully, you'll notice that the turrets are put on some little invisible blocks that allow them to aim a little higher. Huh. The reason is quite simple. If these turrets weren't put on these blocks, the player would never have been in danger, or maybe just around the corners of the room. So I had to lean the turrets back to make them able to aim at the player if he goes out of the middle of the room. Then he's somewhat free to use the strategy he feels the better to get rid of. God damn it. Strategy he feels the better to get rid of them. Yeah, okay. So I didn't need to reread it. Okay, so immediately it tells. I've once again learnt the key to this puzzle. That's a very strange solution. Right, so I need to activate that button down there.
Hey,
Oh dear.
target lost. Put me down.
What the hell? Somehow that turret got flung back at me.
Who are you? Checking
This is a very strange. A very strange puzzle. Okay, cool, let's go back, because we need a box. Yeah. Wait, did I screw it up? Did I need to bring the box before? Okay, I can still place a portal up there. And here's the box that I needed.
C'est de ça la demande.
Nope, no. There we go. So yeah, you still need some way of getting yourself over, basically. It does look like there's just a door that opens, so we'll see what we're gonna do here. Oh god, I forgot about that. So I can shoot a portal above that, and then back down. Hey. Huh. Cool. Little side path over here. Ah, I see. Okay. I think I'll wait for it to restart. Okay. Let's try that again. Wait, I'm gonna set up a few portals over here, just quickly. So, I'll go blue. So yeah, it's a little bit, make it a little bit shorter for myself, right there. And now I will quickly. Yeah. Cool.
Right. You did it. You reached the 18th room. This must be it. Find it. A test subject reaches my two favorite test chambers.
So yeah, what's his face? I forget his name now. Eric. Eric is back because I reached the 17th chamber, and now I'm at the 18th chamber. He was true to his word. He came back for the 17th chamber.
Welcome to the mighty 18th room. I can't wait to see what will happen.
Message of general interest. Every employee of the HPDT-3 sector are required to cease their activities now and head up to the S14 meeting room in
I
order
like
to
this.
be briefed on the crucial events that will take place in the upcoming hours. Thank you and have a nice day.
So we just got two more chambers.
No way.
Don't be so surprised. We knew it would happen, sooner or later.
Sooner or later. Yeah, maybe. But why now? Look, someone's about to finish the test. For the very first time. We can't cancel everything this way.
Well, I don't really appreciate you, but I must agree with that. I have an idea. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Will I have time to listen to this, or are they going to continue in a second? Meanwhile, while we're waiting, although I see it. I see there's some missing textures here. Oh, here we are.
What have you done?
I wrote a little shell script on this terminal, which is going to replace us. For example, it can detect whenever a box is destroyed and replace it automatically.
Cool.
I also disabled some security features, and I opened and closed a few doors. The next two tests should now be entirely automated.
And if something goes wrong?
I prepared one or two emergency solutions. She shouldn't be able to trap herself in these two test chambers.
And we'll just have to watch everything later, via the recordings. That's cool. You saved the day. See you later, Abby.
If something goes wrong, we should be back in a few hours. Bye.
Cool. Alrighty, let's listen to this while we're here before we start. At start, when we were getting out of this elevator, we were just thrown in a new test chamber. During the tests, I realized that it caused a serious problem, because players were already looking for a way to solve the test chamber and were not listening to Peter and Eric at all. So I decided to build an airlock to keep the players from directly running into the test chamber. The problem is that players were totally bored inside that little room. This is why I had to build a little larger and more interesting airlock with a direct view of a part of the weighted cube's assembly line. Yeah, that's totally what I was doing. I'm not really sure what players are listening. Sure that players are listening to Peter and Eric so far, but at least I tried. So yeah, that's totally what I was doing. I was busy watching the assembly line because I think that's really cool. It starts with just a white cube, like I guess of some weighted material gets cut into sort of a pre-cube, and then that pre-cube is like cut into the weighted cube. Yeah. I think it's interesting, but I don't think that that's a genuine way that it could be made. Nevertheless, let's listen to these notes before we actually start the chamber, so we'll listen to this one first. The idea behind this room came when I was playing a really old game containing logic puzzles. In fact, we can find this kind of puzzle in a vast quantity of puzzle games. This is the well-known story of buttons that must be pressed in a given order in a limited time, without knowing which button is associated to each action. The player is therefore forced to learn the room organization and the effect of each button. I think I know exactly what he's talking about. The only problem with that kind of puzzle is that it's really cliché and deja vu. So I decided to add a little variation that one could not usually find in these games. Instead of having buttons that must be pressed in a given order, the player must press continuously on each button in a correct order. This reinforces the frustrating side of the event. Why? Since the player cannot get ahead on the... Because the player cannot get ahead on the mechanism, he is forced to press them at the same speed as things go. I am quite happy with this puzzle. It's not a good idea to perpetuate frustration. This test needed a lot of development time, and a lot of changes too. It also had many solutions, each one easier than another. The real difficulty of this room is not how to solve it, but what needs to be done. And it is true that many players lose very valuable time trying to solve it directly instead of thinking about it. So before you start this room, I advise you take a look, understand what to do, and explore all of the available space. Fair enough. But once again, you gotta stay away from... Oh, I didn't know this roof would be portable. You gotta stay away from frustration. Frustrating the player just... Oh, I remember this puzzle. Oh, I hated this puzzle. I hated it so much. I remember it now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wander around the room and see what does what button does what. Ooh, I hated this puzzle a lot, I remember. Okay, before we continue... Oh, I can't even listen to it. I have to portal my way up. Okay, let's just get ourselves up there. So, what does this have to say? If you're wondering why there is a grid at this point, you may be interested to know that I asked myself the same question for a long time. In fact, the reason is simple. In the timed event which goal is to open all the doors one after the other, if the player had a chance to leave a portal here, he would have the opportunity to fall directly into the glass cage and reach each button without any difficulty. Fortunately, I found this glitch early enough to correct it. Otherwise, the challenge would have been much easier. Yep, I totally would have done that. Yeah, so you can land on top of this and then run across and jump on the buttons. Yep. So this is for... Does that stay? It doesn't have a beeper, so I'm assuming it's gonna stay. I have a feeling that one's just there to be like a troll. Oh, here we go. Oh. God damn it. It's not what I was trying to do. What's through here? Doesn't look like there's a portable surface over here. Oh, okay, I see. I see. My bad. Okay. Hit the roof. Careful, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm assuming that each of these is just here so that you can... Wait. Is there something up there? It says to go up there, but I don't know. I'm assuming this is just kind of here. Okay, let's just have a look what's through here. Is that just a quick way of getting up here? Because this leads to this. Okay. What's up there? Oh, I remember hating this puzzle so much. Just so much. Because it's one of those ones where it's just like, it's every time you fail, you just have to start again, and it's so infuriating. I'm gonna go back the way I came, and just see if... Oh, okay, there is a way to this button over here. Okay. So, do I have to have a... It kind of feels like I need a cube for all those buttons. Because I don't think... Unless when the cube falls on the platform, it goes really slow. Like, the platform might go really, really slow. I don't know. So yeah, went up there. Oh. How do you get up there? Curious as to how you get up there. Okay, we're just gonna go back up here quickly. Oh, there is a path over there. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, how do you get up there? Hmm. I don't think you can get up there from like this room here. So wait, if I drop a cube, I want to see what happens if I drop a cube here. Oh, nope, nope, dropped it. So does it start going really slow? It does. It goes exceptionally slow. Okay, and then when it hits this, it will knock it off, and then it will speed up. Let's just have a look. Yeah, okay, so it speeds like crazy. It speeds up like crazy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to systematically determine... So this is the last one. This is the last one you're going to press. So if I go back over here... Which one's this one? This one is the first one. So this one's the first one I'm going to do. So that was... yeah, that was the one to the right. That one. And then this is the third one. Okay. Is this the second one? Okay. Okay. So actually, from the first one, if I go back up and then I go to this one, or if I go to this one, I can actually just hop over to this one, then hop back to the third one, and then I'd have to go to the fourth one. Okay, let's try this. I think I've got everything. Yep. Quick save that. And then once you've got it through the last gate, you got to run over here and grab the cube from the platform. Okay. Good to know. Alrighty. Let's try this. Okay. So I'm gonna go this way. No, wait, it's this one. Yeah, one of the other problems is that you really need to wait until this thing's fully up, because as soon as you let go, it goes down really quick. So you need the cube to be right under that before you go. And then I'm going to go to this one first, and then jump. Oh god. Nope. Okay. I'm going to quick save it on the other side of this, because that was silly. Okay, quick save it about there, so I don't have to wait very long. Do what I did again. Except this time, don't fall off the thing. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Oops. I pressed F5 instead of F6. There we go. Now I can run back to this and hop up here. Does F5 take a screenshot? I don't remember now. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. It kind of looked like it landed on top of the box just then, which might have been the case. Yeah, so that wasn't too hard. That wasn't too hard. It moved slow enough that it wouldn't really matter. As soon as the cube, oh, okay, it's sped up. Okay, okay, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, thank frickin' hell you can quick save in this game. Alrighty, cool. Let's just quick save it there, and I'll listen to this. The funny thing with this exit door is that there are 3 different scenarios. First, there is the player who tries to see everything in the test chamber before starting everything, and comes here immediately without the cube. He may push the button and realize there is absolutely no need to bring a cube here. Eventually, he decides to exit the room without the cube. Then there is the player who comes here without the cube too, but he realizes that it may be a trap and manages to bring the cube before exiting the room. And finally, there is a player who is struggling harsh to retrieve the cube, who comes here without even having seen the room before, and who realizes that everything he did was unnecessary because he did not need a cube to get out. I must say that during the tests, I love to see the different expressions on the faces of each tester. Especially Jeremy, who said, I owned you, I did not need the cube to get out, I had nothing to do. Yeah, unfortunately for him, this test chamber does not end here. Yeah, okay, so I did the right thing. So I was gonna say, oh, you bastard. You can just portal out, but by the sound of it, it's not entirely. Oh. Did I just screw it up? Oh well, I remember I quick saved it right before. I thought that this room and the previous room, sorry, the next room and this room, or this room that I'm at now and the previous room, were linked. I seem to recall that. So now we've got 19. I thought I might have been thinking of a different... Okay, so yeah, they give you a little hint that this is what you can do. Yes, okay, it is the one that I was thinking of. Okay. Oh, what was that? Oh, this came out, I think. Alrighty. Pardon me. Alrighty. Let's listen to this. This door has been a long time subject of debate between me and the testers. Almost all of the players were not paying enough attention to the environment therefore never noticed this passage under the stairs. For me, this was not my fault. If players were not attentive, I did not want to release anything on the situation. What? This is a weird way of saying it. And things remained as is for a very long time. And then, over time, I realized that this period of doubt, giving the impression that the room had no solution, was rather a bad thing. Players eventually came up with some of them even really... Wait, what? Oh, I thought it said came up. Players eventually gave up, some of them even reloading their game, thinking about a bug, or thinking that they had bugged it. I therefore gave up and I had to put some much more value below the stairs. Stripped red lighting, gleaming pistons, and a defective step, which go up and down from time to time. It was very difficult for me to modify this passage, but as I said in an earlier comment, one must think about everybody when making a game, not just about the hardcore gamers. Yep. I do agree with that statement. Sometimes, like, I probably wouldn't have noticed this door if the step hadn't been going up and down. So, yeah, it is necessary to do that kind of thing. Chamber 18. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. I like that they've got, like, the chamber symbols down here. Oh. Here is the first occasion for the player to get used to this new environment. The Aperture Science Laboratories, in Portal, the player had no opportunity to own a portal gun within these environments. Here and later in the game, he will absolutely need to use it in this kind of environment. This is why the section acts as a very small practice room. It allows the player to familiarize themselves in an environment consisting entirely of very small practice rooms. Entirely of concrete and practice a bit before his arrival in the main Aperture Science Laboratories. Man, sometimes I'm really off point when it comes to reading. I was never very good, even when I was very young. I was never very good at reading out loud. So, doing a developer commentary where I'm having to read everything is a little bit. Oh, okay. This is the music that was playing at the start. What I would say about that last developed commentary, though, is that in Portal, there were, sections where you were using a portal gun in these Aperture Laboratory sections. So it's not entirely true what he was saying. I can understand what he means, though, where it's like very little of the puzzles were actually in the offices. Most of the offices were actually like offices, so there was no need to use portal techniques. If you're wondering why all the doors are closed and why they allow you to enter this section reserved to authorized personnel only, I invite you to remember the words of Peter at the beginning of the 18th room, who said, "I also disabled some security features, and I opened and closed a few doors. Remember, too, that all employees of this sector are currently in a meeting room." So yeah, that's an interesting point to mention. It's like justifying why this place is the way it is. Right, so some of the automation involves you doing the puzzle. I think that's really funny. It's like some of the automation of these chambers comes from the fact that Peter essentially got you to do their work for them. So like they're supposed to press buttons like that. They're the ones who are supposed to generate portals and start the ball shooters and stuff like that. But he's just left it up to the tester to do it, to go into the offices and start those things up. That's funny. I think that's really funny. Okay, so here's the entrance that we were looking up at before. This passage allows the players who forgot to bring the weighted companion cube to return to the 18th room. This is yet another pattern of level design, so-called bounce. Oh, right. It requires the player to forget about its main objective, to focus on a secondary one, and then return to its main one, once the second completed. Here the player must forget about the 19th room, in which they may had already begun to look for a solution, and return to the 18th and look for an object necessary for the 19th. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely what I came to realize I needed to do. Because I need to return. Oh, the elevator's coming back down for me. Oh, right. Yeah, and this one turned into a non-cube fizzling one. Yay, companion cube! I'm curious as to whether it comes up smoothly or if it's going to bounce around. No, it comes up smoothly. Nice. Sometimes physics objects are not very nice or not very friendly with elevators like this. Especially ones that are made out of objects, made out of models as opposed to geometry. Although I do believe that, from my recollection, those elevators are mostly geometry anyway, technically speaking. So let's listen to this now. Welcome in the test chamber that was the most complex to build. It may not look difficult, but this room is full of moving elements and surprises of all kind. Its development alone required almost a month of work. There are platforms that move, walls that move and pivot, balls of energy, mechanisms to activate in cascade, and so forth. I'm very happy with this room, although I must confess that when the game will be released, there will surely be some map already available on the internet using the same mechanics of pivoting walls. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are. Pretty sure pivoting walls is not entirely unique. Right. Oh, I see what you mean. I see. So yeah, these pivot in different directions, and you've got to try and figure out which way you need to pivot the wall. Okay, I don't need a box I don't need this box just yet. Interesting. Yeah, at the moment I'm just sort of like testing the waters as I tend to do I'm not entirely sure of where I need to send the energy ball just yet. So, I mean, that's a good place for it to bounce down and, you know, hit, It's a good place for it to bounce down and hit the floor so I can portal it somewhere, if necessary. So I need to get up here, I'm assuming, which will mean that I'll need to do an awkward as hell fling, by the looks of it. Let's just see if I can shoot anything from up on this platform. Oh god. Please tell me a quick save somewhere. Oh my god, a quick save back here. We'll be right back. Okay, this time I'm gonna leave the ball going back and forth like that, and I'm just going to... Actually, is there a better place to put it? Maybe if I bounced it... No, not that way. Bounce it back this way? Oh dear. No, what I was gonna do is bounce it this way. Okay, maybe just put it back like this. That way I'll bounce around that part of the room. Fingers crossed I won't have any problems with that. Okay, yeah, I tried having a look at what's up here. I don't think there's any portable surfaces that you can see from up here. So what I'll have to do is I'll just have to try my best to do the fling. I actually want to fling from here, from this platform, because I want to get up there first. Because up there is not really of any use to me as far as I can tell. So let's just try and... I'm going to place it there, but I'm going to have to replace it in a second. Let's just try and see what we can do. Oh god. I knew that was going to get in the way. I have to put it over here with this. Oh, but I want it to be on a portable surface. I'm going to put it down here. Okay. Oh god. Ah. No, I don't think you can fling from that while it's moving. So we'll try this instead. We'll try this one. Oh god. So yeah, let's just jump. There we go. Oh dear. Ah. Definitely think you need to fling, but I don't know exactly where or what. I need, you know, why, how exactly I need to fling. Okay, I definitely need to just move over to here once I've flung a bit. Ah, nowhere near high enough. Oh my god, that surface is freaking portalable. I didn't notice that this whole time. This doesn't look portable. Sort your lighting out. This is a prime example of... Oh dear god, these games have been making me so frustrated recently. Okay, let's just listen to this node. Just a few commentaries earlier, I spoke of 3 scenarios that can occur when a player comes out of the previous room. And this is where the player who didn't make the trip with the weighted companion cube is in trouble. And that's his fault, because if the player was a little more attentive, he would have watched carefully the cube which falls in the previous room and noticed that small hearts were engraved on its sides. And in Portal, when a small cube is wearing hearts on its sides, it can only mean one thing. It is a companion cube. And the companion cube must never be left behind. At this moment, this kind of player should ask himself what to do. Some of them reload the game, but believe me, this is a mistake. There has never been any need to manually reload the game during this adventure. Well, apart from when you've manually reloaded the game for the player. Oh dear. I probably should have been moving these platforms around, but now that I know this is freaking portalable over here. Oh dear. See, I've been... Oh my god. That's why I quick save it. That's why I always freaking quick save it. Okay, now you still can't jump up there. What is this BS? Well, I need the cube, so let's just get the cube. Oh no, I actually don't need the cube for this one. I'd rather have it for a different one, but god damn it. Can I just do this? Let's just try this. Okay, I can just do that. That's okay. Alrighty, let's have a look. Do I need a thing there? Well, I can go and get the cube. What does this do? Okay, that opens that door over there. So actually, while I'm here, I'm assuming this is supposed to be this way, facing. Okay, let's just get the cube. Let's get the damn cube. Oh dear. So yeah, I think now that I know that surface up there was portalable, this puzzle should not be nearly as difficult. So I just need 3... I need to get the ball up here 3 times. And get it into the different catches. I have absolutely nothing to say about this room, but, what? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. A friendly mapper, Mores, or is the name. A friendly mapper had a very philosophical reflection to make about this room. So here the room is rectangular because I wanted the player to feel the modern cubism, through these cubic curves. Well, okay, thanks, Moros. Maybe you should stop drugs. Damn it. Oh dear. Alrighty, so this is supposed to be artistic in some way. Oops. So I think this is you're supposed to catch the cube, the orb with this, and then the orb will hit. Yep. But we can't do that just yet. We need to firstly angle all of these. So I have to go back down because I didn't think forward. Okay, so I need to just let's do this one. Actually, I'm starting to think. I wonder if I could just have it facing down here. I wonder if it'd be too long for it to get round if I did it the full rotation. That might be the trick here, is it might just take a little bit too long for it to... There we go. I think that's enough to make it bounce off all the surfaces needed. But it might take too long to get up there. Let's just have a look. I don't know how long a life the orbs have, so... Cool. No, it's perfect. Now I just need to wait for the ball to get back each time. There we go. And now this one's going to be the hard one because I don't know exactly... Is that lined up well enough? I'm going to put it right into the corner. So it should be coming... No, because it'll be coming in a straight line. It might, maybe it will bounce off this wall and get there. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm assuming the energy, that's not going to fire anymore against the orbs. Ah, all the bounce walls things have all... What the? Okay. Wait, which portal did I put over there? Blue. So place orange. What the? That's weird. Place orange there. There we are. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, next part. Oh god. Wait. Is that just gonna be a constant? Because this looks terrifying, by the way. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be a constant thing. Oh dear, alrighty. You have perhaps noticed it, or maybe not, but this kind of catwalk can be seen somewhat often during the adventure. I must tell you at start, they did not exist at all. But I realized that some players have not mastered the crouch jump, allowing them to jump over 128 units. Right, 2 blocks. It was therefore necessary to add these small platforms everywhere each time he jumps, where it was a little hard to perform. But be sure that they will disappear in the adventure mode. Sorry, advanced rooms. Yeah, cool. All right. Yep. Now the one. In Portal, the joints below the platforms were built out of brushes, the same way as walls and global structures of the chambers. This is not a very wise choice, but since brushes are much more expensive to display than 3D models. The problem here is that there are more than 15 joints of this kind in the same room, and the number of viewable polygons rises to 15 times 800, more than 12,000. In other words, the frame rate was totally destroyed, with falls to less than 20 frames per second. The fact that all these blocks were then replaced by our 3D models allowed us to save all these polys, and the frame rate was recovered, well enough to even more detail the area even more. Yeah, so that makes sense, I guess. So yeah, they've actually used their own models for that. That's probably a wise idea, because I know we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Alright, so am I supposed to go up here and not to... Yeah. It's written on the walls. Oh, what the... Hey? This is gonna move in a second, so... I don't remember if you need them to be in the corner or not. I don't remember quite how it works now. Does this one move? I actually don't remember if this one moves at all. Alright, well I placed it. Okay, now this could be very difficult. Why is this platform... Why is that platform so hard to portal onto? Alright, well I'm gonna go like this. Okay, my bad. That was my bad. Okay, it's one of these puzzles like from in Portal 1. What the? Okay, I think what you got to do now is okay, by the looks of it, you're supposed to... I'm gonna wait for this to move. Hey? No. Oh my god. This could be difficult. Oh my god. Okay, I think I've got to do it like this. It's a little bit different from the portal puzzles that I'm used to. Okay, straight through to the... What the frickin' hell? What is that BS? Please don't close on me. I'm just gonna land on this one. Yeah, I frickin' knew that was about to do that. I knew it. Okay, not cool. Okay, nope. Oh! Okay, quick saving it. So that that doesn't happen again. It might happen again. Okay, that's so not cool. Oh dear, I'm gonna wait for this to move. That keeps going in my way. No, please don't. Oh my god, it keeps doing that. Okay, let's try it here. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Every time this moves, by the time I get down to the floor, that one moves above it. That one moves over the top of it. That's so infuriating. I know it's gonna move. It's gonna be above it again, so I'm gonna have to go like this. Nope. Nope, I'm waiting. Okay, I managed to get onto that platform. There we go. God, talk about increments. Nope. Okay, here we go. Because now I can get a huge drop, get huge air. Okay. This is very slow. Please don't get in my way. God, I swear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Phew. I was so sure I was about to lose my portal. This is probably plenty. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna use this one because I don't trust that one now. Okay, nope. Try that again. Alright, we're gonna clear shot. Whew, okay. You bastard. Please don't disappear. Oh dear. Okay, now I'm gonna wait for this to get out of the damn way. It's not gonna get out of the damn way. So I'm just gonna portal down like that. And I can get to one that's slightly higher. And then get maybe to this one if I'm lucky. Okay. I managed to, I was lucky for a second there. Okay, I don't know what's up there, but I'm gonna just portal down to this. Oh my god. Okay, you really do need to go up to this one. But it's now in the way, so I'm gonna have to wait. Okay, this is way too fast. I only need to go a teeny bit. I only need to go down like one layer, for God's sake. Okay. Phew. Okay, we got to the top. But we have yet to get this box. Platform, whatever. Okay, we can see there's a wall over there. There's a wall over there. Okay, I need to...
Comme toutes les...
Oops. As all good things must come to an end, you should already know that our companion cube would not be spared by the infamous law, which says that every cubic companion must be euthanized once its presence is no longer required. Distracted players must therefore return to the very bottom of the pit to recover their cube. Right. Okay. Is it distraught or distracted?
Comme toutes les bonnes choses ont une fin, vous vous doutez bien que...
Distracted. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait till that one stops. I'm gonna go down platform by platform. Oh, that was a dangerous one. There we go. Okay. Damn it. Okay. We're here. Yes! Never been so happy to euthanize the companion cube. That noise. Are they the torn panes of a companion cube being destroyed? That sounds awful. Alrighty, we've reached the end. I think before we listen to it, before we do anything else, we'll save here, and I think I have to leave the episode there. So the final episode should hopefully be the whole outro sequence, including the boss fight at the end. So, we've learned a lot of interesting stuff here, found a lot of frustrating things, and had to overcome a very difficult last test chamber. Not because of actual difficulty, but because of, I think, legitimately about to do with visual problems. So like I could not for the life of me see that surface up the very top there was actually portable. So I was flinging for probably like 20 minutes, or at least 15 minutes. I was just flinging with no ability to actually land up the top of on the platforms. Yeah. So we've done it. We've beaten it. Up until this point, we still have to beat the boss. I know the boss is frustrating and difficult, and I don't entirely like the boss in this game, but we'll persevere, we'll finish it. If you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and as always,